to Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Day of Beer Dependence by Shag Dog and Jammer, man. I'm Shag Dog's best buddy and friend and pal and compatriot. I am Jammer. And I am here with Boulevard Brewing's Wood Baron Barrel Fresh Ale. Now, I looked this up because, you have to look it up if you're going to do it, right? And it says here that it gets an 88 by the BA. It is Boulevard Brewing's Imperial Porter. That's right, it's an Imperial Porter, according to Beer Advocate. Now, it is an 8.2 ABV, so this should be interesting. Imperial Porter. Very few Imperial Porters out there that I've had. Or Shag Dog, for that matter. There's the cap for all your cap proofs. It says on there, Boulevard Brewing Company, Kansas City, and it shows the factory, or the manufacturing facility. And then the inside of the cap, nothing there. All right, let's get to it. Let's pour this brew and see what it can do for us in regards to, taste sensations, basically. I poured it a little too hard. Man, I should have never poured it that hard. What the hell? Talk about a crappy pour, but that's okay. It'll drink good. Or bad, depending on how good the beer is, right? Anyway, yeah, it's 88. 8.2. Boulevard Brewing has been a pretty decent brewery from the ones I remembered having from them. They do have this bottle here that it kind of really slenders up into a long neck. And that's one of the things I notice about this company. They use these bottles quite a bit. Anyway, let's get right down to it. It has burgundy or ruby type hints in there on the edges and so forth, but otherwise it's very dark, and nice beige sandy brown head. Right now it's about a 3-finger head. It's quickly dissipating though. It's going down, and I'll continue to pour the beer in there as it does, but it's going down slowly. Anyway, let's get to the aroma. Oak, vanilla, caramel, a little like spice bourbon, a little woodiness. Oh man, and a little woodiness, like it's almost from a whiskey barrel or something like that. Anyway, let's dive in. Let's get right to the flavor. Man. That's actually a pretty good pour. Oh, we got a comment here. What is this? Hey, yeah, that's a crappy pour, wasn't it? Man, that was a crappy pour. Yeah. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're going to enjoy this 4th of July holiday. Next year, it really should be an exciting time. But this year, it still should be pretty exciting. After all, we're celebrating our independence from the evil and wicked British. Anyway, let me get back to the beer here. Yeah. Nice toffee, a little charred oak, some dried fruit. Got a nice little like bourbon burn right there going through. Not much, but just there. I mean, I had a 14.4 earlier. That was just a little more of a burn than this. It's smooth and it's sturdy. What I mean by smooth, it's a strong flavor, you know. Yeah. Kind of have hints of maple and fig. Overall, it's not bad actually. It's not bad at all. I think most people who like porters would really enjoy this one. It does get an 88, so it's not up there at the highest level, but it is respectable. Boulevard Brewing out of Kansas City. Man, got that vanilla in there. Just kind of makes you want to. If you like vanilla, I mean, if you don't like vanilla, then you'd probably be gagging right now. Be like, ugh, it's disgusting. What is that? All right, here we go. Looks like you're starting off strong again. Well, I did a recording earlier for to drop on 4th of July, and it was Not Subtle by Solera and Prairie Artesian Ales, which was a 14.4. And I said, you know what? I was going to just record them all. I said, no, I'm going to go live. After having that 14.4, I started feeling pretty good, especially on an empty stomach. And I said, yeah, I'm going to go live. So then I grabbed this one, which was the 8 point, what was it, 8.2 I said? Yeah, 8.2. Man, it's smooth. It's very easy to drink. Nowhere near what you would think an 8.2 is. The thing I fear is being that I'm used to drinking high alcohol beers and liquor and stuff, that I become a little numb to the fact that somebody who is a newbie or somebody who is experienced at drinking some of these might find it a little more rough or not as easy to drink. And so I'm aware of that. So there's time periods where I kind of back off on drinking anything for a long period of time. And then I say, okay, let me try drinking it again. And actually, I kind of like that because it allows me to, of course, health wise, it's always good to, break it up a little bit. But to get back to where somebody that's coming fresh into it might have that feeling of the flavor or the alcohol content might be a little too much for them. You know, I myself, man, I do the little breaks in between. I come right back to it. I do a strong beer or whatever like that. It doesn't bother me at all either way, So I don't really understand how what I just said made any sense at all or not. But it's just I do it mainly for health reasons. But I do think it's good to kind of break it up every now and then and try to regroup and come back and see if it makes a difference. It's like anything that's addictive. If you were taking just a little bit of cocaine and like a fingernail fill and you're snorting it, and then pretty soon you're doing two of them, and soon you're doing a whole line, and then you're doing 2 or 3 lines, and next thing you know, you have a $1,500 a day habit, and why I mentioned that is because I remember Wellin Jennings. He had a 1,500 at the time period he was doing it. $1,500 is more like maybe $5,000 of today, but he was doing cocaine and drugs in general. That was like $1,500 a day habit. And they always said if you could do cocaine and do it like that, you were making way too much money. And what's really kind of neat with Waylon Jennings is that his son, I think Shooter Jennings, came across some tapes, some recordings of his father, that were ready to be released but were never put on albums. And so he has like 2 or 3 full albums of songs that he's going to be releasing pretty soon. I know first and foremost it's going to be released in October of this year, an album that has so much on there. And one song is Songbird that you can find right now today on YouTube to listen to. Everything. Very delicious beer. What kind of grade would I give it? Nice porter, respectable porter. Not as rich as I would expect, but it's respectable. I would give it a B plus and a swallow and a quarter. B plus and a swallow and a quarter. Whoop. I'm going to have to get some salt and put on here. Anyway, I'm going to do another one here shortly. Man, pretty delicious beer. I'm impressed. Yeah. Pretty impressed. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Well, I was just looking at see if there was any comments there, and there wasn't. So, oh, Oblivious Wonder. Oh, you did say that. I thought that was Ramali. Man. Yeah. Yeah. Man, you gotta get it up. Really respect all the veterans and active service members out there. You guys fought and continue to fight for our freedoms and everything. What I wish is that people that are in positions, not just in your positions in the service, but positions of power, say like in the CIA and the NSA and the FBI and so forth, and even in our government, would actually embrace and live up to their oath of offices, you know, because you go out there and you see what's going on, like with Biden. They had to have seen that he was completely incapable of running the country. They had to have known that his wife, as well as anybody else like Chuck Schumer and Pelosi and Obama and so forth, were actually running the country. And what they should have done was speak up and basically come out with it. You're not there to protect the man. You're there to protect the office and to protect the country, mostly to protect the country. If you're not living up to that, then, man, because letting the other people run it when they shouldn't be running it. Now, granted, okay, with Biden is a special circumstance. I would give you a pass if you knew that he was completely incapable of running the country, and if you knew that they were doing some certain things and all that stuff, but you didn't want to say anything because you didn't want Harris to become the new president, then I can completely understand why you might not live up to your oath of office, that you might not live up to being a true patriot, and because you are being a true patriot by not letting her take the office of presidency. Because if she had took it, man, we would have been the complete laughingstock for sure. I mean, Biden was out there and all that stuff, but she is like a chatty Cathy doll on cocaine that was just, you know, the worst when it comes to anybody in the world respecting her. I mean, she is no Margaret Thatcher, I can tell you that much. Margaret Thatcher was probably was well respected by her adversaries as well as her allies. Let me tell you, she was very well respected, and when she said something, you knew she was serious, and so did all the other countries. They knew she wasn't going to put up with any kind of crap. Harris, you figure she's a pushover. She's just a puppet. You could knock her over and keep going, She just chuckles, I'm talking now. I'm talking now. Go screw yourself, And for those who voted AOC into office, I mean, what are you freaking idiot? And now they're going to vote this Muslim idiot into office that, oh my God, and for mayor, in New York. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with this world, constantly letting these idiots. It's like making fun of them, but you're not really making fun of them. You're putting them into a position that they don't deserve or should have, and you're just making things worse. It's like voting for the prom king. Let's vote so and so to be the prom king. It would be a funny thing for him to become the prom king. He's the most ugly idiot out there in the whole class. Let's vote him. No, don't vote him. Oh my God. Yeah. All right, let's finish this up. Let's see if I can do another. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? Man, that was good. Dang. Nice oak, vanilla, malty flavors. Dark fruits. Man, Shag Dog, if you ever get a chance to try Boulevard Brewing's Wood Baron Barrel Fresh Ale, Imperial Porter, you got to try it, Shag Dog. Anyway, thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and sharing. I'm Jammer. This is Spitter Swallow Beer Reviews, Day of Beer Dependence. Go out there and drink the beer you deserve, and champion the freedom that America has given you. Take care, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.